Welcome to the History in Focus channel. Be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss more videos like this one.
A busy street in Washington, D.C., with people and vehicles. The image captures the vitality of the city at that time, highlighting the interaction among passers-by and the diversity of vehicles, from cars to horses. This urban scene reflects the social and technological transformations of the 1930s, being a valuable record of daily life and urban evolution in the U.S. capital. The Fulton Fish Market, located in New York, was one of the largest fish markets in the United States in 1936. Founded in 1822, it became a vital point for the fishing industry, offering a wide range of fresh seafood. In 1936, the market was at the height of its activity, attracting fishermen, traders, and buyers. Besides being an economic hub, the market reflected the city's maritime culture and had a significant impact on the local cuisine, influencing eating habits and the economy of New York. In 1936, Union Square, located in Manhattan, New York, was a central point for political and social activities. The square served as a stage for many protests and demonstrations, reflecting the turmoil of the Great Depression and the growing activism for labor and social rights. In 1937, men gathered outside a supermarket in Shawneetown, Illinois. This moment is emblematic of the Great Depression era in the United States, when many faced economic hardships. Shawneetown, a small town known for its rich history as a trading center along the Ohio River, saw many of its inhabitants struggling with the impact of the economic recession. In 1937, the intersection of Fifth Avenue and 42nd Street, viewed from the Seymour Building, was a vibrant meeting point in New York. This area, located in the heart of Manhattan, was known for its imposing architecture and intense commercial and social activity. The view to the west offered an impressive panorama of the city, including the constant traffic of pedestrians and vehicles, as well as the architectural diversity that characterizes New York. In 1940, a snowstorm left the streets of Norwich, Connecticut, covered in a thick white blanket. The photograph taken after the storm shows the quiet town blanketed in snow, with houses and trees shrouded, creating a silent and pristine landscape. Norwich, a historic city with a rich colonial heritage, often experienced the harshness of the northeastern United States winter. In 1940, the San Angelo Fat Stock Show Parade in San Angelo, Texas, was a significant event that highlighted the region's agricultural culture. This annual event drew visitors and participants from the entire area to celebrate the livestock industry, with cattle displays, competitions, and entertainment. The parade, in particular, was a colorful and vibrant display of Texan rural life, with floats, marching bands, and cowboys on horseback. In 1941, a photograph captured a crowd gathered outside the Regal Theater in Chicago, Illinois. This theater, located in the heart of the Bronzeville neighborhood, was a significant cultural center for the city's African American community, especially during the jazz and blues era. The image of the crowd in 1941 highlights the theater's popularity and cultural significance, as well as its role in Chicago's urban life during that period. In 1941, the Pilgrim Baptist Church in Chicago, Illinois, was a vibrant spiritual and community center, especially evident during events such as Easter Sunday. The photograph from that day shows people leaving the church after the celebration, reflecting the importance of faith and community. Located in a predominantly African American neighborhood, The church not only offered religious services, but also served as a vital space for social gatherings and mutual support. In 1942, this photo captures Sergeant George Cam Blair taking his girlfriend to the movies in Washington, D.C. This intimate moment provides a glimpse into everyday life during World War II, showing how individuals sought to maintain normality and leisure moments despite the turbulent global context. The scene also reflects the significant role of entertainment, such as movies, in providing escapism and comfort during wartime. In 1943, a fruit cart vendor at the Fulton Fish Market in New York. An elegant photo shows a couple next to their Cadillac V16 in 1932 in the Harlem neighborhood of New York. During the Great Depression, owning a Cadillac V16, an exceptionally powerful and expensive luxury car, was a symbol of significant status and wealth. In 1939, this photo shows three unemployed men waiting outside the Salvation Army in San Francisco, California. This image captures a grim moment of the Great Depression, when many Americans faced extreme poverty and unemployment. The Salvation Army, a charity organization, played a vital role in providing food, shelter, and support to those in need. Photograph of a family at their home in Aliquippa, Pennsylvania. This image is a significant record of domestic life during the recovery from the Great Depression. Aliquippa, an industrial town, was deeply affected by the economic recession, with many of its inhabitants working in the local steel mills. Santa Claus shakes hands with Mickey and Minnie Mouse, Central Park, New York, December 1935. In 1932, Carpenter's Drive-In was a popular restaurant in Hollywood, Los Angeles, known for its distinctive architecture and innovative car service. This establishment allowed customers to stay in their cars while enjoying a meal, reflecting the growing car culture of the time and the emerging American lifestyle that valued convenience and efficiency. In 1939, cowhands and girls were photographed together in the Custer National Forest in Montana, highlighting the rural life and ranch culture of that region. This image captures the essence of work and leisure in the countryside, where young workers and local residents shared moments of social interaction amidst the vast natural landscapes. In February 1937, a photograph captured the descendants of slaves at the Petway Plantation in Geese Bend, Alabama. This community, isolated and deeply rooted in American history, was primarily composed of African Americans whose ancestors had been enslaved in the same location. The image is a powerful testament to the continuity and resilience of these families, who maintained their traditions and ties to the land despite historical and economic adversities. In 1935, an emblematic photograph portrays a lady next to her Ford automobile in the United States. This record is representative of the growing accessibility and popularity of the automobile in American life. The car, a Ford, showcases the influence of mass production initiated by Henry Ford, which made the automobile accessible to a broader segment of the population. The presence of a woman as owner and driver also reflects significant changes in gender roles, marking the era as a time of increasing female emancipation. In November 1939, The main street of the town of West Texas was captured in a photograph that shows the everyday life of a small American town during the recovery from the Great Depression. West Texas, known for its strong Czech cultural heritage, had a main street that served as the commercial and social center of the community. The image could include local shops, a gas station, and residents going about their daily activities, highlighting the simplicity and resilience of life in small towns. In September 1939, a photograph of a family that had been on the road for a month recorded as they passed through Tule Lake, California on their journey through South Dakota. This record is a portrait of the reality of many American families during the era of the Great Depression, who, affected by economic losses and natural disasters like the Dust Bowl, migrated in search of work and a better life. In February 1939, a photograph in Canal Point, Florida, captured young workers at a packing facility.
The lights were dimmed as our eyes met, and you saw me, and forevermore.
In November 1939, buyers and farmers gathered outside a warehouse in Durham, North Carolina, to participate in sales auctions. This event illustrates a common practice in the agricultural economy of the time, where farmers sold their crops to the highest bidder, often under challenging economic conditions. These auctions were vital, both for the livelihood of the farmers and for the supply of products in the market, reflecting the socio-economic dynamics of the pre-World War II period in the United States. Durham, North Carolina, November 1939. Farmers gathered outside a warehouse for a tobacco auction. In 1934, the renowned photographer Margaret Bourke White captured images from the 61st floor of the Chrysler Building in New York City. This event highlights Bourke White's pioneering position in photojournalism, being one of the first women to gain recognition in the field. Her photographs of the Chrysler Building not only demonstrate her technical and artistic skill, but also provide a unique perspective of New York's urban landscape during the 1930s. Rainy night in 1939. New York City, in all its vibrant urban atmosphere. The wet streets reflected the lights of the neon signs and car headlights, while pedestrians hurried under their umbrellas. In 1937, Revere Beach in the USA was the setting for sunny and lively days, attracting locals and tourists to its sands and waters. This site, known as the first public beach in the United States, pulsed with the energy of summer, with people enjoying the sun, sea, and outdoor activities. November 1939, a striking image from Durham, North Carolina, shows lines of cars stretching along the highway before an American football game between Duke and Carolina. This event highlights the popularity of American football in U.S. culture, with fans arriving in droves to support their teams in an intense local rivalry. September 1939, the state capitol in Des Moines, Iowa, remained an imposing symbol of governance and local history. Constructed with distinctive architecture and adorned with a golden dome, the building not only served as the center of the state's legislative activities, but also as a landmark and source of pride for Iowa residents.
Saw me, and forevermore I like to share
April 8, 1936, the area known as Radio Row in New York was bustling with activity and commerce. Located in Lower Manhattan, Radio Row was the heart of electronic equipment trade, especially radios, with shops crammed with new and used devices. This commercial district attracted a vibrant mix of buyers, from technology enthusiasts to tourists.
Fashioned where I had sometimes played chess, and when I'm out, I'm looking for that vintage fling. But all complexions that I adore, so hard to find, these seem impossible to score. So I dream on to someday find.
In 1939, Miami Beach, Florida, was a vibrant tourist destination known for its stunning beaches and distinctive Art Deco architecture. That year, the city attracted visitors from around the world, eager to enjoy the tropical climate and sophisticated atmosphere that Miami Beach offered. The avenues were lined with elegant hotels and lively nightclubs, reflecting the growing popularity of the location as a winter retreat for the rich and famous. In 1937, Revere Beach in Massachusetts was a popular summer destination where locals and tourists enjoyed the sands and waves. Two girls sunbathing capture the essence of that time, symbolizing the freedom and leisure that characterized the hot days at the beach. April 17, 1935, a Pontiac convertible coupe made its presence felt at the Tanforan Racetrack in San Bruno, California. This event highlighted the popularity of automobile racing and the growing interest in stylish and sporty cars like the Pontiac. The Tanforan Racetrack, originally known for its horse racing, adapted to automotive events, reflecting the American passion for speed and technological innovation. The Pontiac convertible, with its sophisticated design, was a symbol of status and performance, attracting enthusiasts and spectators to the event.
Saw me, and forevermore, I like to share that with
In 1939, near Prague, Oklahoma, migrant workers played a crucial role in the local agricultural economy. During the era of the Great Depression and the adversities of the Dust Bowl in the 1930s, many moved in search of work in the harvests. In 1939, the McAdams and Morford drugstore was a vital presence in Lexington, Kentucky, serving as a community meeting point and essential provider of medicines and basic necessities. Pharmacies like McAdams and Morford were more than just stores. They functioned as social centers where people met to exchange news and seek health advice. At that time, such establishments also offered a variety of services, from snack bars to postal stations, reflecting the central role they played in both small and large American towns.
kept on looking, but everyone's such a bore. And out of a sudden, you came through the door.
June 1936, in New York City, garment industry workers were seen leaving the factories during the lunch break. This moment captures the daily routine and working conditions in the fashion industry, which was one of the main employers in the city, known for its long hours and often challenging work environments.